Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Where am I? Well, I'm down here at the vault at South Post Guns here in beautiful Streator, Illinois. If you haven't checked out South Post Guns, you probably should. All of their information's down in the description box. Hey, Illinois, big day coming up on Monday. As you know, in the matter of both Harold v. Raoul and Barnett v. Raoul, we have reached the end point. Briefs are in, according to Monday, and it's going to go to the judge. I think some things are going to happen, and I think you need to be aware of them, as do all the FFLs in the state of Illinois. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about another injunction coming on the Illinois assault weapon ban.
First individual on call, and for whatever reason, if that goes through, we have actually 3 layers. So we have another and another. So if it continues to ring, it goes from one phone to the next to the next. So we're betting on our chances. The highly compensated team that we have is going to take that phone call. And then from there, they have that privilege, right? They have the attorney-client privilege and that right to share with them, our attorneys, of what just took place. We have a nationwide team of attorneys that's going to be able to reach out to our Arizona attorney to get them on the horn immediately. You know, we've had cases all over the country. Now,
You're not truly prepared unless you have right to bear back you. You will always get an attorney-answered hotline, so you will always have a confidential phone call. There are no cap limits for either civil or criminal defense. This covers all forms of self-defense. So from a fist to a firearm, from a fat lip to a dead body, you are covered, and you will have some of the nation's most passionate 2A attorneys in your corner fighting for you. And right now, if you visit my friends at protectwithbear.com and you use the promo code WGL, you will receive 10% off. Listen, you need to protect yourself so that you can protect them. Visit my good friends at protectwithbear.com. Okay, America, this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about a couple of Illinois assault weapon ban cases, Harold v. Raoul, Barnett v. Raoul. There's many other cases consolidated with it. Candidly, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all of the assault weapon ban cases. But as we know, in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Illinois, before the Honorable Judge McGlynn, the case has been argued on the merits, and Monday, that's right, coming up this Monday, all of the parties have to have their final trial briefs in. At that point, the case will be turned over to Judge McGlynn, who will then issue a ruling. Let us remember that this is the same judge, Illinois, that when the PICA law first got in front of him, issued an injunction, only to have the Seventh Circuit come in and screw it all up. Let us also remember, what's the test to granting an injunction? Well, 1, the party must be suffering irreparable harm, but number 2, they must be likely to prevail on the merits of the argument. Translation, Judge McGlynn likes the plaintiff's arguments, has liked them previously, and for that reason, we believe that the judge will be finding the law unconstitutional, because it is, and also issuing another injunction. Now, that's what I want to talk to you about, Illinois. Is it possible that you could have a second Freedom Week coming up? The answer is yes, it's possible, but the probability is going to depend on a lot of things. And it includes this. Number 1, you need the judge to issue a ruling in your favor. Now, again, we absolutely positively believe that Judge McGlynn will, in fact, be ruling in favor of the plaintiffs. Number 2, the ruling has to come in at a time that would then preclude the state of Illinois from filing an immediate stay with the appellate court, asking for a stay of the injunction, and then filing their appeal. If you are a person of spirit and you want to pray, the best thing that could happen would be to get that ruling about 1:30 in the afternoon, the day before Thanksgiving. That's right, that Wednesday. You go into a 4-day weekend. There would be nothing that the state of Illinois could do during those 4 days. You would have one amazing Black Friday, okay? Now, here's the other thing you need to be aware of, Illinois. You obviously have a waiting period. I believe it is a 3-day waiting period. So the likelihood that an injunction would be able to last enough time for you to go in, purchase a firearm, fill out the 4473, get the background check cleared, and go through the statutory waiting period could be somewhat remote, could be somewhat tricky. If, however, I'm just going to say this hypothetically, if, however, you were able to go in and purchase a semi-automatic rifle now or sometime in early November, fill out the 4473, get your background check cleared. You have to wait 3 days, but as you know, all background checks are good for 30 days. So The transfer of the firearm, that is the actual act that would be illegal if the PICA law was still in place, would not take place until the FFL actually gives you the firearm to take home, which would happen several days later or could occur during the middle of the injunction. The transfer occurs when you sign that last page on the 4473 stating that you are now taking possession of the firearm. So, Illinois, in case you didn't listen to us the first time and you didn't get a chance to stock up before it was too late, and you didn't get in on the initial injunction, which originally came out of the same court in the same cases for the same reason, you may have a one last chance. And why do I say it's a one last chance? Well, because we've already predicted what's going to happen here. And it follows these 4 words. Win, stay, appeal, lose. That's right. You're going to win in the trial court. You're going to get an injunction. However, the state of Illinois is going to go to the 7th Circuit. They're going to immediately ask for a stay. The 7th Circuit is going to grant that stay. There will be a formal appeal of the ruling. The 7th Circuit is going to swoop in, and yes, the plaintiffs are ultimately going to lose. Why? Because it's the 7th Circuit and it's the state of Illinois. The only thing that will stop that equation from playing out that way is if the United States Supreme Court happens to accept review of the Snope case, Snope v. Brown out of Maryland, then as the Illinois case proceeds up the 7th Circuit, it's likely going to be stayed pending the outcome of the Snope litigation. So the bottom line is, Illinois, you need to be prepared if you want to add to your inventory, if you want to stock up, if you want to just purchase your first semi-automatic rifle. Our prediction is that there will be a ruling approximately 3 to 4 weeks following the case closing, which again happens on Monday, October 21st. So if you're tracking it out, really, the ruling should, in all likelihood, come down sometime just before Thanksgiving. Listen, we're going to go ahead and link up all the cases down below so that you guys can geek out on them. If you got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information is down there in the description box. Maybe you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here. If you do, go ahead and click on that link right there and let us know. It's probably going to be better than any idea we come up with. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. From South Post Guns here in Streator, Illinois, thanks for watching and stay safe. Hey, Illinois, listen, we had an absolutely fantastic road trip out here. This is day 4 of a 4-day road trip. I want to thank all the good folks at GAT Guns. I want to thank all the good folks at Law Weapons. I want to thank all the good folks down here at South Post Guns. I want to thank Missy Zell and Greg Bishop for joining us. I want to thank Lana from Right to Bear and all the good folks at Right to Bear for putting this on. But most importantly, Illinois, I want to thank all of you. Thank you for coming out and spending time with us. Thank you for coming out and sharing your passion for the Second Amendment with us. And most importantly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support of Washington gun law. Illinois, keep fighting.